Welcome to New York, a city that truly lives up to its reputation as a melting pot of cultures. With over 8 million people citywide and over 800 languages spoken, New York City is a place of immense diversity and richness. But beyond the iconic landmarks and tourist attractions, there are hidden gems of history and culture waiting to be discovered. So whether you're a native New Yorker or a curious traveler, join us as we explore 16 lesser-known destinations that showcase the diversity and richness of New York City in 2023. Keep watching until the very end to uncover the most amazing gem that will leave you in awe. Trust us, you won't want to miss it. National Museum of the American Indian. The first hidden gem of New York City is the National Museum of the American Indian, which is an integral part of the Smithsonian Institution and a dynamic cultural and educational establishment. With facilities in Washington, D.C., New York City, and Maryland, the museum provides exhibition galleries, educational programs, and research facilities to celebrate the rich history of Native Americans free of charge. Interestingly, Native American tribes have called New York their home for over 13,000 years, and the NMAI honored this legacy by amplifying Native voices and sharing their perspectives through websites, traveling exhibitions, and community events. As a dynamic symbol of this rich history, the National Museum of the American Indian is a fascinating and captivating experience for all who visit. Italian American Museum. Home to the third-largest Italian population outside of Italy, New York 2023 is expected to welcome the brand-new Italian American Museum. Set to open its doors in the fall of this year, this museum will be a cultural hub and community nexus for both Italian Americans and non-Italian Americans alike. With permanent and temporary exhibits, educational programs, and community collaborations, the IAM is set to become the ultimate destination for learning and engagement, celebrating the voices and achievements of Italian Americans. Best of all, admission is completely free, so mark your calendars for an exceptional experience. If you can't wait for the Italian American Museum to open in fall 2023, check out our next spot on the list, which is the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum. Located in Staten Island, the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum is a National Historic Landmark and former home to Antonio Santi Giuseppe Meucci, inventor of the first telephonic device, and Italian revolutionary and patriot, Giuseppe Meri Garibaldi. The museum showcases photos, letters, and memorabilia of Meucci and Garibaldi, as well as the original model of the very first telephone, invented long before Alexander Graham Bell acquired the patent. To get there, you'll need to take a quick 25-minute ride on the Staten Island Ferry, which is free. Keep your cameras handy as you'll encounter amazing views of the New York City skyline and sail right past the Statue of Liberty. Once you land at the St. George Terminal, the museum is located just short of 3 miles from there, and you thought Staten Island was famous for only Pete Davidson and the Wu-Tang Clan. El Museo del Barrio. One of the foremost Latin American institutions, El Museo del Barrio is dedicated to celebrating and promoting the rich heritage of Latinos in the United States. With a long and storied history dating back to the arrival of Juan Rodriguez in 1613, the Hispanic community has been an integral part of the fabric of New York City. El Museo is dedicated to preserving its art and culture for generations to come. Through dynamic exhibits, engaging programs, and exciting events, El Museo inspires a love of Latin American art and history in people of all ages and backgrounds. By nurturing a passion for this vibrant culture in young people, El Museo is shaping the future of museum goers and fostering an appreciation for the beauty and diversity of the Latin American experience among a broad national and international audience. Avenue of the Americas. 6th Avenue, also known as Avenue of the Americas, is a major commercial thoroughfare in Manhattan. Back in 1945, Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia renamed the avenue to honor Pan-American principles and encourage Central and South American nations to establish consulates along the street. The hope was that this would elevate the grandeur of what was then a somewhat shabby area and promote trade with the Western Hemisphere. Today, 6th Avenue boasts an impressive collection of bronze statues honoring Hispanic heroes such as José de San Martín, José Martí, Juan Pablo Duarte, and Rodrigo Díaz de Vivard. These statues serve as a powerful reminder of the rich cultural heritage that has helped to shape the vibrant melting pot of New York City. Mahayana Temple. In the heart of Chinatown is the Mahayana Temple, founded in 1962 as a place of worship for Chinese Buddhists in New York City. It is the oldest Buddhist temple on the eastern coast, with a history that goes back to the mid-1800s when Chinese immigrants first arrived in America. It is here that you will find a 16-foot statue of Buddha, the largest in New York City. The Mahayana Temple is open 7 days a week, free of charge for all visitors. As this is a place of worship, please dress accordingly. Museum of Chinese in America. Less than a 7-minute walk from the temple is the Museum of Chinese in America. This nonprofit institution will take you on a journey through the culture and experiences of Chinese Americans. With awesome exhibitions, educational services, and public programs, MOCA aims to spark an ongoing dialogue about American history from a critical perspective. You can reflect on your own experiences and connect with others while checking out the more than 85,000 artifacts, photos, memorabilia, documents, oral histories, and artwork in their collections and research center. The Museum of Chinese in America is open to the public every Saturday. If you're enjoying our videos so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel so you won't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Now, on to the luck of the Irish. The Irish Repertory Theatre. Next on our list of hidden gems of New York 2023 is the Irish Repertory Theatre. Founded in 1988, this theater celebrates the significant contributions of Irish Americans who make up nearly 10% of the U.S. population. With 2 performance spaces in a renovated warehouse on West 22nd Street, the Irish Repertory Theatre brings a fresh perspective on the Irish American experience through theater, music, and dance, and also produces other cultures from an Irish perspective. And of course, we can't mention the Irish in New York without mentioning that famous parade on St. Patrick's Day. It is the oldest and largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world and has been held annually in New York City since March 17, 1762. Sakura Park. Situated between Riverside Church and International House, Sakura Park gets its name from over 2,000 cherry trees gifted to New York City from Japan in 1912. The name Sakura means cherry blossom in Japanese, and Sakura Park is the perfect spot for a leisurely stroll or a cherry blossom photo op, especially in spring when they are in full bloom. And don't forget Japan Day and the Japan Day parade celebrations that take place this May. The historic event will commemorate the 160th anniversary of the first Japanese delegate's visit to the United States in 1860 and the 2020 Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Games. Olympic gold medalist Kristi Yamaguchi will lead the parade this year, which will feature traditional costumes, martial arts, dance performances, music, and marching bands. These historical events give you an opportunity to be a part of the festivities and celebrate Japanese culture and style. African Burial Ground National Monument. The African Burial Ground site is New York's oldest known African American cemetery. Historians estimate that up to 20,000 burials took place there during the 17th and 18th centuries. This discovery brought attention to the forgotten history of enslaved Africans in colonial and federal New York City, who played a crucial role in the city's development. The excavation and study of the 6-acre site is considered the most important historic urban archaeological project in the United States. You can visit this national monument and learn more about the history and culture of these early New Yorkers by booking a tour or visiting the 4 exhibit areas, theater, and bookstore at the Visitor Center. Admission is free of charge. Triumph of the Human Spirit. About a 2-minute walk from the African Burial Ground is the Triumph of the Human Spirit, a monument by artist and author Dr. Lorenzo Pace, symbolizing endurance and freedom. Rising 50 feet into the air, the abstract black granite monument sits at the center of a fountain with a boat-like feature that alludes to the Middle Passage and is adorned with bronze relief medallions that illustrate significant periods in Foley Square's history. One of these medallions pays tribute to the African burial ground nearby. Together, Pace's sculpture and the medallion provide historical context and a universal message of freedom. Kehila Kedosha Janina Synagogue and Museum. If you want to discover the unique history of the Romaniat Jews, a community that traces its Jewish roots in Greece back over 2,300 years, Kehila Kedosha Janina is the preeminent location. It is the only Romanian synagogue in the Western Hemisphere and has been serving its community for 95 years. It allows its visitors to experience the story of Greek Jewry through the museum housed in the Women's Gallery, open to the public every Sunday and filled with educational events such as lectures, book signings, movie screenings, and concerts. As a designated New York City landmark, Kehila Kedosha Janina is proud to be one of the last active synagogues on the Lower East Side. The 8th Annual Greek Jewish Festival. This year on May 21st, the Lower East Side of New York will come alive with the annual Greek Jewish Festival hosted by Kehila Kedosha Janina Synagogue. This exciting event brings together the Romanian Jewish community and their partners for an unforgettable experience. The festival offers a diverse range of performances including music and dance from Greece, Israel, and the Middle East, an incredible selection of authentic kosher Greek foods, delectable homemade pastries, and a bustling outdoor marketplace with various vendors. There's something for everyone, so don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to celebrate the intersection of Jewish and Greek culture. Koreatown. Koreatown, or K-Town as it's affectionately known, is a vibrant neighborhood district that never sleeps. Its heart is on 32nd Street between 5th and 6th Avenues, but the area extends several blocks in every direction, packed with Korean-owned businesses ranging from restaurants and bars to beauty salons, spas, and K-pop memorabilia. Koreatown's success story began in the 1980s with a Korean bookstore and a few restaurants, drawing other Korean-owned businesses to the garment district. Immigration from Korea in the 1950s and subsequent waves led to permanent settlement and business establishment, with 2/3 of the population living in nearby Queens. Today, Koreatown is a thriving business district with a growing Korean population in the area and adjacent neighborhoods. The Ganesh Temple of Queens. The Ganesh Temple, also known as the Hindu Temple Society of North America, was the first traditional Hindu temple in the United States, and it's located right here in Queens. It was founded in the 1970s for the rapidly growing Hindu population, one of the fastest growing ethnicities in the New York City area. Located on the lower level is the Temple Canteen, which offers a vegetarian menu of South Indian delights and some of the best dosa in the city. Visitors are welcome to come and soak up the vibe and experience the magic and wonder of this hidden gem in Queens. New York City's diversity is so off the charts, we can't possibly cover it all. But if you think we fairly portrayed your culture or country, let us know. Also, we're open to suggestions, so tell us which heritage sites you want us to check out next, from the old school landmarks to the new age hotspots. Until then, show us some love by smashing that like button and subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching and safe travels!